5,000 years ago, deep in the Alps, a man fought for his life. He is alone, on the edge of the world, pursued by enemies he can't see. Enemies who've tasted his blood. Was it betrayal? Revenge? No one will know. Not for thousands of years, but for him, right here. It's the end. He has survived blizzards, beasts, and brutal battles. But the silence of these ancient peaks now presses down, swallowing him whole. Above him, the sky darkens. He will be swallowed, his story forgotten, but not forever. Ötzi, the man lost to the ice, falls into an icy slumber, his story seemingly lost. Until millennia later, the Earth herself gives him back to us. Brown eyes were predominant, though blue eyes may have appeared in some individuals, based on rare genetic variants. Their robust muscular builds reflected adaptations to cold climates, aiding in survival. As the Ice Age waned, the Italian peninsula experienced a transformative shift with the advent of agriculture around 8,000 years ago. Anatolian farmers introduced new technologies and genes, cultivating the land and establishing settled communities. These Anatolian farmers carried distinctive genetic signatures, including paternal haplogroup G2A and maternal haplogroups K and N1a. The discovery of Ötzi the Iceman in the Alps provides a direct link to this era. Genetic analyses reveal that Ötzi carried the maternal haplogroup K1 and the paternal haplogroup G2A2b. These haplogroups are associated with early European farmers, indicating that Ötzi descended from both indigenous hunter-gatherers and incoming Anatolian farmers. In modern Italy, approximately 40% of women possess haplogroup K, aligning with Ötzi's maternal lineage. And his paternal lineage is present in about 7% of Italian men. Neolithic farmers likely exhibited medium skin pigmentation, potentially lighter than that of indigenous hunter-gatherers due to distinct genetic adaptations. About 40 to 45% of the ancestry comes from ancient Mesolithic hunter-gatherers, notably associated with the I2 haplogroup, while 35% traces back to early Anatolian farmers who arrived around 8,000 years ago. Phoenician influences contribute another 10%. Unlike mainland Italy, Sardinia shows remarkably little genetic input from later European migrations or African sources. This preserved genetic profile, particularly strong in the mountainous interior, makes Sardinia crucial for understanding Europe's genetic past. Scientists often use Sardinian DNA as a baseline for studying ancient European populations, as it represents one of the best preserved snapshots of Europe's early genetic landscape. While W appeared, hinting at connections with Central and Eastern Europe. Paternal haplogroups such as R, 1b, U152 and J2a spread across the region, marking new male lineages that would become significant. The influx of different populations, bell beaker groups from Central Europe, steppe pastoralists from the east, and Eastern Mediterranean seafarers created distinct genetic patterns. Northern regions received more steppe ancestry, while coastal areas, especially in the south, showed stronger Mediterranean connections. The genetic mixing introduced new traits. Populations from the Eurasian steppe may have contributed genes associated with lighter skin pigmentation, which became more widespread during this period. The Etruscans emerged as one of Italy's most sophisticated cultures around 900 BC, flourishing until their assimilation into Roman society by approximately 100 BC. Genetic studies suggest they were largely descended from local populations with some Near Eastern influences. Maternal haplogroups like U5 and K1a were present, common in Europe but with specific subtypes, possibly characteristic of the Etruscan population. Paternal lines such as G2a and J2 indicate continuity with earlier Neolithic farmers. The Etruscans likely displayed Mediterranean features, olive to light skin tones, dark hair, and brown or hazel eyes. The Etruscans likely interacted with Phoenicians, an ancient Semitic-speaking people known for their maritime skills and extensive trade networks across the Mediterranean. The Phoenicians also established cities and trading posts in parts of Italy, including Sicily and Sardinia. The presence of Phoenician artifacts in Etruscan tombs suggests cultural exchange and intermarriage. In northern Italy, we find a predominantly Central European genetic signature, where roughly half the population carries markers of ancient Anatolian farmers. 1/5 shows ties to Mesolithic hunter-gatherers, while Germanic influences, particularly from Lombard settlements, account for about 15%. Moving to central Italy, the landscape shifts. Here, Anatolian farmer ancestry remains strong at about 40 to 45%. But we encounter a fascinating Etruscan element, possibly of Near Eastern origin, contributing 1/5 of the genetic makeup. Mediterranean influences, marked by the J2 haplogroup from Neolithic migrations, account for another 1/5, with the remaining portion showing connections to ancient Sardinian-like populations. Southern Italy tells a different story. While Anatolian farmer ancestry decreases to about 30%, Greek colonial heritage emerges strongly at 25%. Middle Eastern influences, including Arab contributions, account for 1/5, while Balkan tribes, particularly Illyrian, add another 15%. The remaining portion includes distinctive North African markers. Sicily stands as its own genetic crossroads. Here, Middle Eastern ancestry, both Arab and Phoenician, rises to 30%, while Anatolian farmer presence decreases to 25%. Greek colonial heritage remains significant at 20%, with North African influences notably higher at 15%. Norman and other European traces complete this island's unique genetic profile. Sardinia, an autonomous region of Italy, stands as Europe's remarkable genetic time capsule. While politically integrated with Italy, its distinct genetic heritage reflects its unique history of isolation. The island's DNA tells a fascinating story.